What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about a very stressful and unpredictable time in your life, and that is when you're taking your child to their first dentist appointment. If you have an appointment coming up to take your child to the dentist for the very first time, or you're just curious as to when you should start taking them, stay tuned. So the American Academy of Pediatric Dentistry currently is recommending that you take your child to their first dentist appointment 6 months after their first tooth erupts or by his or her first birthday, whichever comes first. So that's pretty young, right? I'm sure it's sounding really scary. So here are some tips on what to expect and how to get the appointment going smoothly. If the child comes in and they are super nervous, I do not rush anything with them. Instead, I will take time to introduce myself to them and kind of get them comfortable with me as well as comfortable with the office and the room. So what I personally do is I introduce them to the whole setup and how the routine kind of goes. So I will show them the mirror, I will let them look at themselves in the mirror, I'll let them hold it. I will also show them Mr. Thirsty and my squirt gun. So the next thing I typically do is I grab a cup of water and I show them my squirt gun. I fill the cup full of water so that they can see that that is all the squirt gun is just water coming out. And then I take Mr. Thirsty, the little straw, and I suck up the water and I show them that Mr. Thirsty's job is just to get the water and extra toothpaste out of their mouth, so they can see that it's nothing scary. And then I also show them my toothbrush. So my special toothbrush, it sounds like a race car and it spins. It is just rubbery, nothing hurts. I let them touch it with their finger. I show them the sounds that it makes, and they really seem to enjoy that and think it's fun. So one thing to help get them comfortable with the toothbrush part is to have them use an electric toothbrush at home so that they're used to the sound and the vibrations of it. In addition to that, sometimes I will even use the air and I will blow up a glove to make a little hand balloon where they can decorate a little face on. Again, just to show them that it's just nothing to be scared of, and it makes it kind of silly and fun. Now, if the child comes back and they seem to be really comfortable and okay with everything, I will ask them to sit with their parent or guardian that brought them. That way, they're not sitting completely alone and they're surrounded by someone who they feel very comfortable with. And I find that they typically will do best when they are in this position versus leaving them on their own. In this case, I will count their teeth, we'll play with the mirror, I will show them everything like I typically would, and I will let them pick out their toothpaste flavor, we can get them polished, and then we can just go over oral hygiene instructions with the parent. So one big thing that you want to do is prepare yourself the night before. So maybe put your child down to bed a little bit early just to make sure they get a really good night's worth of rest before their big day. Once you put them down to bed, go through your diaper bag and make sure that you have everything that you need. I'd say one of the most important things to include in your diaper bag for the big day is their favorite stuffed animal, blanket, toy, or book. Something to make them feel comfortable that they are really familiar with. This will help them feel more comfortable in the unfamiliar situation. And just in case the visit takes a little bit longer than expected, make sure that you pack extra wipes and diapers and some snacks. If you have some questions or concerns that you would like to ask, make sure you take out a notepad and write those things down so that you don't forget them when you're at the appointment. So some of the biggest questions we get are, how are my child's teeth growing? When is my child going to lose their first tooth? How should I be taking care of their teeth? How can I help them with their teething pain, and what should I be checking for as a parent? A good thing to do if you want specific help with your child's home care is to bring what you're using at home to your dental visit so that we can kind of help to tweak what you are using already and give you tips on what might work better. My next tip is to envision how your day is going to go. Now keep in mind that the appointment is probably going to go just how your child allows it to go. Now every dentist and hygienist does things differently, but I personally will not do anything further than what the child is comfortable with. I don't force anything upon them. I understand that they're in a very new, uncomfortable environment. I'm a stranger getting up in a personal business in their mouth. It is a very scary and vulnerable moment for them to be in. So I try to be as courteous and kind in these moments as I possibly can. The number one thing that we want out of the appointment is for them to have a positive experience so that they're excited to come back versus being scared to come back. I can't tell you how many adults and geriatric patients I see all the time that are still terrified to come to the dentist because of something that has happened when they were a child, and they still remember that. When you are scheduling your appointment, make sure that you do not pick a time when they're going to be fussy. So try not to schedule it during nap time, so we're not interfering with anything in their typical schedule. Another thing is not to make it a surprise. So like I said, one thing I do with all the kids is I go through everything in my room and I show them exactly what they do. So something that you can do at home is practice playing dentist. So read books with them about going to the dentist. You can watch videos about going to the dentist. There are so many videos right here on YouTube that you can watch about going to the dentist to help them feel more comfortable about it and kind of learn and see what it is that they should be expecting. When you're practicing with them, if you have gloves, put your gloves on. Put a mask on so they see what you look like when you have those items on. Play with a chair. If you have a spinny chair that goes up and down just like ours does, play with the chair. Get a little flashlight out, play with the light, show them the little light that we get to show on their teeth. If you have sunglasses, put their sunglasses on like we would whenever we shine the light down on their teeth. Another thing you can do is if you have a little mouth mirror, you can put that in there so that way they know what that's like. Kind of show them around their teeth. You can count their teeth with them. And also, like I mentioned earlier, get them an electric toothbrush so that they are used to the vibrations and the loud noise of our toothbrush. And kids typically seem to think that the electric toothbrushes are more fun and exciting anyways. Try to make sure that they don't overeat before their appointment. The last thing that we want is them to have an upset stomach. Try not to use any negative words, because if you're using negative words, that's what's going to stick in their mind and that's what they're going to remember. So try to make it fun. Try to use other words aside from pain, hurt, needle, shot, anything like that. We also will try to refrain from using those words as well. We want them to see that we're there to help them and be their friend. Another tip for bringing our child to the dentist for the first time, regardless of their age, is either have yourself go first or have a sibling go first. This is super helpful, so that way they can watch and see exactly what goes on during the cleaning appointment, so that way they can see that nothing is scary and nothing hurts because they just watched you or a sibling go through it. Now with that being said, if you do bring your child in for their first appointment and it doesn't go well, don't get discouraged and don't give up trying. So I would say it's probably 50-50 as far as how the appointments go. Sometimes they go really well, sometimes the child wants nothing to do with it. That is okay. We would much rather see them for a quick 10-minute appointment, just say hi to them, show them around real quick, and let them go, rather than forcing them to do something and be upset. So the more frequently that you're able to bring them in, the more exposure that they're going to get to us, and the better that's going to be. So say you bring them in for the first time and they're not comfortable and it doesn't go very well. Next time you or a sibling has a cleaning, bring them in with you, not to get their teeth cleaned, but just to watch so they have more observation and they can view what's going on with you guys. The more that they're able to see that, the more comfortable they will eventually feel with us. Like I said, I'm sure that taking your child to the dentist the very first time could be very nerve-wracking, but one thing I can tell you is that typically the more calm and confident the parents seem, the more calm and confident that the child is. So whatever kind of energy and emotions you are feeling, the child will actually mimic when they're in the chair. So try to come in and be confident and excited and make it fun so the child is understanding that it is nothing to be scared of. So those are just some quick tips for taking your child to the dentist for the very first time. I have plenty more that I can share with you and plenty more tips that I will be sharing in future videos. If you have any specific questions or concerns that you would like to be addressed, please let them know in the comments below, or you can email them to me as well, whatever you are comfortable with, and I would be happy to help you with that. If you enjoy videos like this, please let me know by hitting the subscribe button so that I know that you want to see more. Also, if you did like the video, you could also hit the like button. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys!